A chance at what? Did you eat him?
So Jane has been on my diet plan for a little while, as you can see. But Billy, she hasn't started it yet. But
I will sing. I'm going to show you the exercises I do every day to keep my ankles nice and strong to hold all this weight up. What we're going to do is step left to right to the beat of the music. Feel all that jiggle. Stay on your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think you need to be worrying about other things than your ankles, because there are some very obvious things that need to be worked on.
Here are 5 places that I'm not going to in 2025. The weighing scales, the Diet Island supermarkets, a Weight Watchers group, high street shops that are not size inclusive, and exercise classes with fat-phobic instructors.
I'm really not understanding the point of this video as to you telling us places you're not going to in 2025. I don't think you've ever been to those places throughout your lifetime, but hey, no judgment.
I just bumped into a fellow trans sister. Thank you so much. I just bumped into a fellow trans sister. Say who you are, boo.
Hi, I'm Dixie.
Hey, just 2 trans girlies in this world.
I did not expect your fellow trans sister to look like that.
I don't understand why so many white people get offended when people of color say, I'm nervous around white people. In 2023 alone, there were 1,400 extremist groups dedicated to upholding white supremacy in the US. Not to mention, the US was literally founded upon the institution of slavery and profited off of the backs of enslaved black people. So when my friends who are people of color are like, I don't trust white people, I'm like, so fair. A lot of the time you don't know which one of them are secretly racist or gonna go home and talk shit about you behind your back. I don't get offended because I recognize those systems are in place to uphold white supremacy.
I don't understand why liberal white women feel the need to comment on everything. They're also the group who claim that they're oppressed, but also at the same time claim they have some sort of privileges, and here she is trying to lecture people on what they should and should not know. Please stop.
We've all done it. When someone tells you that they have a child, the first question that we ask is it a boy or a girl? Why do we ask this? There is literally no reason to ask this, and we are simply setting up expectations for this child for the rest of its life based on its gender.
They ask that because they want to find out the sex of the child they are having. It's normal.
What's the weirdest thing about conservatives?
They don't like ball torture.
Okay.
I have to agree on that one.
Alright, can you go more in depth on what you mean?
Well, like, you see all these conservative preachers and whatnot, they're really against BDSM and whatnot. And they just need to be more open-minded. Because BDSM is fun. Ball torture is fun. They should enjoy it like the rest of us. They should be normal. They're not normal.
You think that's normal?
That's very normal.
Okay. And what's the coolest thing about conservatives?
The size of their cock.
Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
Do you think we should have open borders?
I do.
Why do you think that?
Because this land is not our land, friend. We took it from others, and others will take it from us, and
Should we give it back to the Native Americans?
There's a longer conversation we can have about my opinion about the Native Americans, and I think what happened to them was extremely tragic, and that is also a form of terrorism. Yes, I think that the land belongs to the natives.
So we should give it back to them.
Absolutely.
So we should leave.
Yeah.
When are we flying out?
Right now.
Okay, cool.
Bye-bye. Que tengan buen tiempo.
As per usual, these people just make up terms. Now that is a form of terrorism. You have got to be kidding me.
Today we are baking my feminine fluids into cookies. Here's all the ingredients, including my squirt, which is a very little amount because I'm on antidepressants. Flour, baking powder, sugar, butter of course, egg, vanilla extract, of course the magical ingredient. Do you think the people I'm feeding these to will notice?
I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if it was a case that this was not a skit and you actually did what you said you did in this video. I'm also not surprised as to the fact that you're on medication. The rainbow colored hair told me all I needed to know.
She's excited. Are you excited? Let's go to Mexico. Let's go to Mexico.
Joseph, we're holding them.
We can't go anywhere. Yeah, we're stuck.
I need to disassemble.
Come on. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
I need to disassemble and it's folding.
Yeah, you're supposed to walk backwards with the stroller. So stay on the other side. And then turn him that way. It's just like a wheelchair. There you go. And then push it down. You have to push the other side. Come here, Papa. Got it?
Okay, you can put that down.
They always feel the need to record all of their shenanigans and post it online because they're trying to really just mock everyone.
What about height? Does height matter?
I'm 5'1". I don't
He
give
has to be at least 6 foot.
At least 6 foot? So like, you're a guess. Like, what do you think 6 foot is? Like, if you were to like point it out. Where? Show me.
I don't even know. I'm 5'1".
So like, what do you think 6 foot is?
At least 10 feet. It's at least a head taller than me.
A
Like
head
two
taller.
two heads taller than me.
2 heads taller than you.
Yeah.
If someone's not taller than me, that's an issue because of my lack of height.
What is this thing about women not understanding how height works? Why do they think someone who's 6 foot is really 6'7"? It's not making any sense and I'm beginning to get confused by these answers.
Have you been dying to eat at the Lamplight Lounge at Disney's California Adventure, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus-size park hoppers. We range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size Disney tips and tricks. This episode of If I Fit Size Fits, we had dinner at Lamplight Lounge. There are stairs to go down to the dining area, but there's also an elevator if needed. There's both indoor and outdoor seating here. Most of the chairs do have arms, but there is some seating outside without arms. If you'd prefer a chair without arms, don't hesitate to ask a cast member. We were seated outside and the vibes were great. This is a lounge, so the food menu is pretty small. Even our pickiest eater found something they liked. Ashley and I shared the Brussels sprout Caesar salad and it was incredible. Truthfully, Ashley ordered it and I just kept eating it because it was so good. For her entree, Ashley got the lobster nachos. They came loaded with lobster meat. She said that the nachos and all of the toppings were delicious, but the lobster was a little fishy. We're from New England and the lobster was just a little different from what we're used to. Sarah, Deanna, and I got the charbroiled cheddar burger. This was pretty much a simple burger and we all really liked it. And the fries were really good. Katie got the El Pastor pork chop, which was gluten-free. She enjoyed it, but did say one of the sauces was very spicy. Overall, we really enjoyed this lounge and you can't beat the location right on the water. We hope that these tips help.
Freedom has made people celebrate the most insane things on planet Earth. We're beginning to celebrate people being obese and people living an unhealthy lifestyle, and people are celebrating this, saying that she's beautiful and she should be able to do whatever she wants to do. And it's not the case I'm trying to force her to do anything. I'm just trying to be the loving person that I am, and I'm trying to give people good advice that being fat is not a good thing.
I first came out as gay first, but it was my gender identity I was struggling with, not my sexuality. Sexuality, in my opinion, is fluid. At least for us it is.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you handle all of that? You know, I mean, stuff that maybe you haven't told me.
Oh, I've told you everything. But no, I mean, like again, like I've said several times, you have a mourning period. And it's totally normal. And you're not alone when you think, if you think that you are alone in this mourning period, you are not. Because everybody that has this relationship goes through that. Because you see your life as one way, and then all of a sudden it's totally going to be different. And it takes some time to process all that, and you mourn the life that you had envisioned. But once you get past, if you can get past that, because I know not everybody can, but if you can get past that, it is an amazing relationship.
If by sexuality being fluid you mean it goes from you liking men and then you liking women, then that makes sense. But all of these other things you start talking about where you can be a he, she, they, them, z, zer, and all of the other nonsense is just absolute nonsense. Those are just personalities. Gender is fake, sex is real.
Liberals want to make it illegal to display the 10 Commandments in a classroom, but legal to talk to kindergartners about gay sex. Got it.
Hello, I'm Aria, the flagship female companion robot of Realbotics.
What's the purpose of this?
Some of our peers in the robotic space make robots to replace human labor. We think that's a great area, but we think there's a much bigger area in having social robots. Huge epidemic amongst adolescents and seniors on loneliness. So she can be programmed to know you and learn more about you. So she can make that bond with you that feels like a genuine human connection.
But they're going to be in the houses?
We don't have the ability to clean the house. They don't do physical labor, but they're more there to converse with you. It's companionship. They can actually even be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So we have built that into our AI as well.
I would say it's the case that people would not buy such a thing, but just knowing how degenerate and weird people are, trust me, these robots are going to be selling, and we are living in a very crazy time.
This really hit the most extreme, I'd say, during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program. Now, I'm generally pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think on balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. But I think that while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who is basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. We're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things that
it was
that talk about vaccine side effects?
It was people in the Biden administration.
I don't trust people like Mark Zuckerberg, because essentially what's happening now is he's seeing things are flipping and he wants to jump ship and abandon all the things that he used to believe in. And now he's seeing there's popularity within the Conservative Party, and now he wants to say that they forced him to do something that he didn't really have to do.
Boy math is asking a woman who makes more money than you on a date and then getting mad at her when she refuses to pay.
We are doomed.
I hate creepy men.
Agreed. I particularly am not fond of creepy individuals, whether they be men or women either. But I wonder what the definition of creepy is today.
I feel the need to talk to me for no reason. They just find a reason.
Okay then, let's hear this story.
I'm wearing coveralls. I go into the dollar store to grocery shop a little bit. Dude is like, oh, you out working in it? What do you do for a living? I was like, I was just out working with my horses. And he's like, oh. And then he's like, well, you're going to need those clothes next week. It's going to be cold the next few days and next week. And I can't wait till this is over and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I see. So someone engaging in what is otherwise known as small talk is now considered to be creepy. Would it be creepy if that was a woman? Or would that just be friendly conversation, I wonder?
Stop talking to me. I'm just trying to get my fucking Cheetos. Leave me alone.
Side note, it's statements and messages like these that some women put out, which is the reason why a lot of men aren't even bothering. So I think a lot of those women that are asking where all the good men are at really should actually watch videos like these, and then they would figure it out.